they are. Yeah, we actually we brought two golden, two what they call them, labradoodles. His name is Bob, B-O-B, and stands for Bag of Bones. But yeah, he's 13 years old nearly. He's good. But our other one passed away about 4 months ago, so we decided to get Bob a mate again because, he's always used to having his mate there. So we went
Well, good afternoon, my fellow radio enthusiasts. Welcome back to the Radio Dog channel. I'm in my basement radio room this afternoon, doing a quick video on the Sangean 909X, and listening to a ham conversation on 20 meters. As you can see, this is running through my random wire out back, and I'll throw a link up there if you're one of the few people that have missed a description of my antenna system. So listening to hams, this is something that might not be immediately obvious to people that are new to the hobby. It varies, oftentimes depending on the time of day. For example, if you're listening to hams, these would be radio amateurs communicating with one another on single sideband. In the evening, usually they're using lower frequencies, mostly below 7 megahertz. I'm trying to get this guy's call sign.
Thank you. This is Alpha Echo 7 Kilo India listening. Anyone else on frequency?
Let me just pause here. I'm trying to AE7K.
Okay, GI0 Bravo Delta X-ray. Yeah, good day, and thanks for the call. Good copy. Good copy into Tennessee there, Eamon. Nice to work you again. Let me see. Last time was in November last year on 17. So it's just coming up to 3:30 in the afternoon there. So GI0 BDX from Alpha Echo 7 Kilo India.
Okay, finally got the call sign. That's Alpha Echo 7 Kilo India. Sometimes the conversations can throw you because this guy has an English accent, but his call sign is actually in Tennessee. So there you go. So this isn't a Super DX catch, but it's good enough for this particular example this afternoon. But like I was saying, sometimes if you're listening to lower frequencies at night, you tend to hear both sides of the conversation. During the day is when a lot of the distance communication happens, and those are generally communications that happen roughly above 7 megahertz, and usually during the day, and often enough you will only hear one part of the conversation, and that has to do with just the nature of the propagation and the nature of the skip. So you may be receiving one side of the conversation perfectly well, but not the other, and it could very well be that the other part of the conversation that you're missing is a station which is, more often than not, it might be reasonably close to you, or kind of in the same region. Now here, this example, this is AE7KI
I noticed that I was being at least decoded in quite
Tennessee.
a few European countries over.
And what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to send him, because I can look it up on a website called QRZ.com. I can look up his information since I have his call sign.
Yeah, well, I worked a lot of stations last year, I've got to admit. I worked a lot of stations last year. Anyway, we just take each day as it comes, and because you're coming in well.
So I can send him an email with a link to this video, and he can hear himself talking on the radio, which is kind of cool. But anyway, so I can hear him well, but I can't hear the people the others that he's talking to, or I can hear them very very far in the background. You can kind of hear it back there.
Yeah, of course. Sometimes you might have to wait, when there's a bit of a dog pile there. Yeah, anyway, yeah, the hex beam, that's a good value for money antenna, isn't it? Over.
So the stations that I'm hearing in the background may not be particularly distant. They might be next door neighbors to me or closer to me, but their signal is just too close to me, and it's basically skipping over me. It's passing over me, whereas his signal is hitting me. So it's just one of those things. As you move up the dial, listening to hams, you get used to hearing just part of the conversation. Now this is 14.220. That is the 20 meter ham band. Oops.
Yeah, so have you got 6 meters on yours?
Okay, Jerry, we're going to leave you here in a second.
Excellent. Well, EI4, what's his call sign? EI4DN, I think.
But not after I write down his... I have a piece of paper handy. I'll write down his call sign here. AE7KI. It's going to be famous after today. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little scanning and see what else I hear. See if I can pick up another conversation in progress on 20 meters. Okay, I'm going to wait around and hear him IV.
Originally it was supposed to get here Monday. Now it looks like it's going to get here, well, they said Saturday, and then now they're saying Friday. But it only came from up there in northern Georgia, and so we'll see just how proficient and efficient they are. I see on the tracking information where they've got it through the Atlanta distribution center now. So, yeah, they'll put it on a truck or something and probably bring it down.
A lot of times you're just kind of hanging out waiting for a station to ID itself.
But I'll get it. So, kind of looking forward to that. Shack's clean, did that over the weekend, and everything's looking great. The amp's dusted and all that stuff for a while. And so really not a lot going on. Just pretty much looking forward to the weather change. Didn't realize how much I'd want to get some rain in here, but man, it's just been ridiculous. You walk outside for 5 minutes, you got to come inside and have something to drink. That moisture just leaks out of your body with all the dry air. So anyway, well, let me throw it back to you. You can do it with Dean if you want. I'm just kind of hanging out because the band is pretty nice today. Bill was over the 9, by the way, no problem. W3IBG with W4NCO KK6PS.
Okay, W3 IBG.
Hold on, Frank.
I'm really terrible at picking up those things. A 3 call, that's the number in those letters, indicates the area of the country, and 3 is, if I'm not mistaken, usually Maryland. W3. I'm punching this into my computer here. Oh, I was wrong. Kansas. Kansas.
just a carrier or something.
You get a 3 call in Kansas. Interesting. Okay. Okay, we're starting to lose it. There's some what hams call QR. Oh, I forget if it's an M or an N. Interference. No, that would be an I. QRI? I can't remember. I'm terrible at this stuff. I'm also terrible at hearing the call signs. So here's the couple of call signs that I wrote down. So I usually have a piece of paper here. I'm jotting things down as I listen. So this is the 20-meter ham band. It's just kind of a part of the hobby to listen to hams. If you have the means to look up who you're listening to, that's great. I use QRZ.com. You have to be signed in. I'm not sure if you need to be a ham to set up an account with that. It almost seems like you do. It may be that you can, let's see, I don't know. It may be that you can sign up for an account without being a ham. QRZ.com. And that, once you're signed in, you can punch in these numbers, listen to the hams, punch in their call sign if you copy it correctly, and it will give you their contact information. And what I like to do, and I'll do with both of these hams today, is send them by email. I'll send them a link to this video, and they can, it's really just for fun. I mean, I don't think they care too much, but it is kind of fun, I think, to hear your voice, hear what you sound like on the other end of the radio. So that's about it for today. We'll do some more a little bit later on. Hope you enjoyed this little afternoon on 20 meters.